Hi everyone, Flavia here, and thank you so much for joining me. Today's note cards will be featuring some really cool sets from the newest Simon Hurley's collection with Spellbinders, and I hope you feel inspired to create. Here we have the Streamline 3D embossing folder that I will be using to add texture to my note cards. This folder measures 8.5 by 5.5 inches, which is pretty large and just great because today I want to make some A7 size note cards. This folder will create the sleek swooping lines of a ski slope, which is so much fun, and it actually goes really well with these two other sets that I have on my desk. This die set that I have on my right is the Ski Lodge die set with 17 metal plates included that we can use to cut out many different pieces to build an alpine ski lodge full of details, which I love. Then on my left we have the Hit the Slopes die set with 11 plates included that we can use to cut out pieces to make either a boy or a girl skier or snowboarder. So as we can see here, all of these different sets go together really well, and we will be able to easily create fun winter scenes for our projects. Off screen, I cut out all of the needed pieces, and I will begin by assembling the snowboarders and skiers by using the Barely Art glue and a pair of self-lock tweezers to help me hold these tiny pieces. I like to begin with these two bigger pieces for the bodies, and then I will add the smaller detail die cuts. I found it very easy figuring out how all of these different die cuts go together. However, if you need some help, know that you can find a very helpful guide at Spellbinders website that shows us how to glue all of the different pieces together to make the skiers or the snowboarders. Once I have all of my skiers and snowboarders ready to go, I will begin assembling the Alpine Ski Lodge. Since I'm not sure about the card design that I want, instead of gluing all of these pieces directly onto the front of my note card, I will actually assemble this Alpine Ski Lodge over a piece of scrap paper, and once I have these bigger pieces glued in place, I will cut out around the edges with a pair of scissors and add the smaller detail die cuts. By not gluing this directly to the front of my note card, I will have the freedom to change my mind about the placement of this die cut if needed, and if I choose to add foam adhesive in the back for some dimension, it would definitely be easier. By the way, to cut out all of these pieces, I used Spellbinders cardstock. And now, with all of the die-cut pieces assembled and ready to go, let's move on to our front panel. Using the Spellbinders Streamline 3D embossing folder, I will try emboss a large piece of white cardstock that later I will trim off to 5 by 7 inches. To use a 3D embossing folder with the Spellbinders Platinum 6 machine, we will need to add the platform A and then the 3D embossing folder with the cardstock inside on top of platform A. Then, on top of the embossing folder, we will need to add this gray Adapter D plate. Notice here that I am intentionally offsetting the adapter plate D, and that is because I need to leave some extra room without texture so I can later stamp a sentiment. So here is a closer look at the amazing dry embossed result, and notice at the bottom that I do have enough room to stamp a sentiment. To glue my dry embossed panel to the front of my 5x7 card base, I will position them both on the corner of my scoring board so I can quickly align both pieces as I glue them together. For the sentiment, I chose to stamp "Wishing You a Season Full of Wonder" with black pigment ink. This stamp is from the Spellbinders To You and Yours stamp set, released as the clear stamp of the month for October 2025. To create my snow scene, I decided to go over some older die sets to see what other elements I could add to this note card, and I am actually considering adding a Santa and reindeer die cut that I cut out using a plate included in the Simon's Snow Globe die set, and a few snowmen maybe that I created with metal plates included in the Spellbinders Mugs and Mittens die set. Since I am not really sure about what I really want to do and the right placement for each die cut piece, I will begin by temporarily placing these die cuts in different places to help me figure out what I like best, and once I know it, I will use strong glue to glue each one of these pieces in place. So in the end, I decided to add 4 pine trees in the back of my alpine ski lodge and a small snowman at the front next to the stamped sentiment. To add some dimension to this die cut skier, I will add very small pieces of foam adhesive in the back and adhere it to the right side of my note card. As a final touch, I will add some flat back red and green rhinestones onto each die cut tree, and to make the process easier, I'm using a wax pencil to pick them up. These rhinestones will add a lot of sparkle to the note card and really bring it to the next level. So here is a closer look at the completed note card as well as at a few extra ones that I made off screen, since this collection is so much fun to play with. So this is all that I have for today, and I thank you for spending this time with me. Have a wonderful day, take care, and I hope to see you again soon.